Hello, welcome to another episode of Reflections on Reality. I am your host. I am the Reflector. Subscribe if you will. I'd like to build a following and just talk about what's going on in reality. Right about now, as you may well suspect, probably after I tell you, feeling pretty isolated from the world. And it's pretty much because of this pandemic that's going on. And to add insult to injury, the riots everywhere. Protesters protesting the cops, protesters protesting the protesters. It's just one great big mess. And on top of that, like so many people in the U.S., I've been furloughed from my job, so the industry that I work in is suffering to such a degree that um, I just gotta ride it out. Hope things get better soon. It's kind of strange. I was gonna say depressing, but I don't want to add to any melancholy that you may be experiencing or any kind of mental anguish you may be experiencing. And shoot, I may have just did anyway by saying I won't mention depression. It's like telling somebody don't think about the color red, huh? But I was watching television today. I don't watch television much, but I do it periodically. And between the programs, all you see, all I could see, all these different commercials with all manner of medications uh, for people that are suffering from all kind of diseases I'd never even heard of. And to add insult to injury, all these different medications that these commercials are airing, a lot of them have everything to do with mental illness. I mean, all these different medicines for depression and schizophrenia and all these different mental problems. And I'm like, are we really that bad off? I mean, good golly, man. The medical industry is cleaning up. I mean, America is going in a tailspin. It's just some kind of strange tailspin. It's like going downhill, and nobody seems to notice. Everybody's so caught up in their own feelings, wanting to fight somebody, wanting to attack somebody. People are disgruntled with the police, and all for the sake of just a few scattered rogue cops that are arguably racist cops, but I don't think that defines all of it. But it's like everywhere you look, all these major cities, it's like bombs are being set, set off, and what is so strange, and I'm not trying to sway you politically. If you are in America and if you're old enough to vote, we got a president who's telling people not to vote for his opponent. I mean, ordinarily, there wouldn't be nothing wrong with that. But this guy is saying, he talks about the riots, he talks about all the civil unrest, uh, all the people that have been out of work. He talks about the pandemic, and he placed emphasis in one speech that I saw on the pandemic and all the riots and all the anti-protests. And he said, don't vote for his opponent if that's what you want. And if you were to listen to this particular speech that I heard, it's like he's sidestepping what's going on, like he's delusional about what's happening. And it's as if he was implying that the riots and this COVID-19 pandemic and all this other stuff, it's as if he was implying it that it's not happening, but that it will all occur in the future if you vote for his opponent. How bizarre is that? I mean, I'm at a loss with trying to figure out what was going on. So I just stopped trying. And if you really, really look at it, all the division, if you look at the nature of the division, we really have gone back to those days when the Union was fighting against the Confederates. I mean, it's really like that now. I mean, that's basically what it is. The Union versus the Confederate, the North versus the South, Civil War. That's what's going on. Civil War. And nobody seems to realize what's going on. And I'm wondering how far is all this going to go before we stop and turn around and start on a path of improvement, or are we spiraling out of control to a point where we're just headed for destruction? I tell you, it's something that we need to stop, think, and consider before things get more out of control than what they are now. We all need to wake up and smell the coffee. All of us. And even now, here I am, isolated, feeling helpless, not able to do anything but just wait it out. It's almost like I just feel like I'm waiting on life to run its course because so much by way of dreams and ambitions that I had, it's like, okay, well, a lot of it is pointless now, considering the state of this nation. What's the point? Well, anyway, this has just been me, the reflector. Been reflections on reality. Uh, I hope you're well. I hope if you're one of the essentials that you be careful, and I pray that you remain safe.